Hello everyone, Shinto Bean here playing some more Warhammer combat cards. This is a follow-up to the last video where I played as the Psychomancer, very badly I might add, but I got a lot of really great feedback from a number of players, and several people recommended that I use an all-ranged build. So I have completely reconstructed the squad that I'm running with the Psychomancer to focus on ranged. We've got the Doom Scythe again, the Annihilation Barge, an extremely powerful ranged unit with shields. This thing also got a slight nerf this season. It deals slightly less damage, but it's still a very powerful unit. And then we've got the Doomsday Arc. This one is a newer card, so it's at a very low level, but it's a pretty powerful barrage unit. I personally like the Sun Eater, the Transcendent, the legendary Transcendent Catan, which is just much more powerful because I have it at a high level, but we're going to try out the Doomsday Arc here. And we've got the Cryptek for some healing, and then the Immortal once again for some extra barrage damage. So, let's go ahead and deploy and see if we can make this Psychomancer work. So, with an all-ranged deck, obviously you'd be taking less damage from melee attacks, as well as psychic attacks. And we are up against the Avatar of Cain, and I imagine they'll be going mostly melee, but they do have some ranged units here deploying. Again, because this is casual mode, they are deploying all three of their units at the beginning. They also have the initiative. So I'm going to put down my ranged units to discourage them from going ranged. We will take a lot less damage from their melee attacks. Well, okay, I guess should be fine. Put down the Doom Scythe over on the right lane. That thing just has so much healing that it can survive for ages. So we're taking less damage from that Furious Charge. And as expected, they are going for the melee attack, which is not going to deal very much damage. Next turn, we can go for the ranged. They will be able to counterattack in the center lane, but that's fine. I don't really care too much about this Immortal. I just put it down because they were not really great options in the opening hand, but... Alright, let's see what they deploy next. Okay, another ranged unit. That is the Scourge, so they could actually switch to a ranged attack. But nope, they are continuing with the melee. Will the Doomsday Arc actually be able to kill the Scourge with that debuff? It'll be pretty close, but I think we are, yep, the exact amount of damage. Okay, that worked out nicely. The Immortal, unfortunately, just does almost no damage, so that barrage can't even take out that low health Succubus, but we're doing okay here. I do want to get the healer on the field to heal up that Doomsday Arc before it gets too low on health. More fodder units deploying to the field, so these are not going to be doing very much. And the Immortal, amazingly, is still alive at 1 health. Going to start taking poison damage from on the Doomsday, the Doomsday Arc over there. Let's see, so the Warlord's only at level 3. These are not the highest level cards. It's kind of a mid-range player. We're just going to keep going with the ranged attacks and clear the field here. And now their final 3 cards will deploy. Now the Avatar, flanked by probably the strongest melee bodyguards, is actually going to potentially be dealing a lot of damage here. So this is where the Phantom Visions will come into play. Now they do have the Wraith Lord, which can counterattack with ranged, so that could cause a little bit of trouble. Got the Solitaire, of course. 102 damage on that. Wow. Alright, so big damage reduction here. That's actually going to help out a lot. And we do still have the Annihilation Barge. So I think we're going to move that over here. I mean, it has 3 shields, so we could just go for the Warlord, I guess. Yeah, let's just do that. It's probably the smarter move. Fire directly upon the Warlord. And also get some splash damage in from the Doomsday Arc. It's a whole lot of damage. And the Avatar does have a ranged attack, so it broke one of the shields there, but they're not going to be able to get through this. Now, normally, the Solitaire would have killed the Doomsday Arc by now, but those Phantom Visions are actually doing a really great job of mitigating that damage. So this is working much better. I think just having all the focus on one attack type makes a world of difference, and especially with the ranged attacks, because Necrons have some really strong ranged units. And now the Deathblow is going to go off. Now, the Phantom Visions does not activate that time because it was on our turn. The Doomsday Arc is dead, but the Warlord is very low on health, the Avatar. We're going to put down the Cryptek and just keep the Annihilation Barge in the center. So got some good healing there. And they will go for the melee attack, dealing more damage this time, but still not nearly enough. 127 damage getting reduced to 77, I believe that was, and now we can end the game with yet another ranged attack. So yeah, this definitely worked much better than last time. And I have to agree that going all ranged is a lot more enjoyable with the Psychomancer. Definitely going to be my strategy of choice going forward. I don't know how much I'm going to be playing the Psychomancer in ranked mode, but if you do want to try him out, I'd recommend something like this. So thanks again to all the people who recommended this build. Made my life a little bit easier. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.